That's not good. I have not had any issues with this car at all. And today, fired up and the check engine light is on. Look at these RPMs. Without actually diagnosing it, it kind of seems like it's a MAF or MAP sensor. Just the way that the RPMs are going up and down, and it kind of smells like extra fuel. Flat out, I got nothing. Okay, I'm not doing this right now. That's just gonna be broken for the rest of the day. What finally came in the mail was Corso Motion module, so I can wrap up these taillights. I made a full video on these before, but if you have not used a Corso Motion module and you're building a set of lights, this is definitely the best way to go. It can control the turn, park, and brake for the taillights. So this little guy makes your custom build completely plug and play. Sequential is done. Okay, so I'll explain quickly what we did here. So we got grounds all the way to the outside, and each little pack has its own ground wire. The ground wire goes into the Corso module. You see we got 1 through 7 because there are 7 packs in this heart. And then the power is all run on the inside, and those are all run together and go into the VCC power right there. So it's a ground side switch. It's supplying power at all times and then switching it on the ground side whenever it needs to. Over here are all of the switches, so you can customize exactly how the sequential is gonna go, how the brake is gonna go, and how the park is gonna go. We're only using turn signal because these are amber. And right over here is where we have the turn signal and the ground going out, and it's gonna go out of the taillight to the OEM harness so that these can actually work with the car. Here it is, here it is. 5K, boom. Shout out Devon. All right, we got the board installed, gluing. While that's curing, Devon, homie move and subscribed and got us to 5K. Super stoked on that. While that's curing, I'm gonna go ahead and read the code on this car and see what's going on. Key on, car off. Okay, I used my phone to scan it, but I'll put the screenshot of what the code was. I accidentally deleted the screenshot. It says throttle control issue. There's a throttle problem. So this is fly-by-wire. I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect this and see if I can see anything completely obvious. The car was fine 2 days ago, and now all of a sudden there's a throttle issue. So whatever it is has to be obvious, I hope. Okay, I disconnected the wire. I don't see anything wrong with the actual harness. There's no visible issues, no visible breaks or anything. I've also removed the intake tube, and it's moving just fine. I don't see anything obstructing it. So probably gonna clear the code and just try again and see what happens. Okay, I cleared the codes. Let's fire it up and see. Sounds a lot better. All right, let's give it a rev. We're good. Good for now. I don't know what that was about. I'm gonna give it a quick test drive. Well, it drove just fine. That was weird. Drove just fine, no code. I'm really not gonna think about it that much. Well, this is not quite cured. Thankfully, fixing the car did not take long. So we're gonna move on to some eagle eye lights. We need to pop these out, make them black, and turn this chrome into black, which we already have one, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we do that real easy. So you're working with a set of lights and it's got chrome on the inside and you don't want the chrome anymore. There is a pretty simple way to remove the chrome. I've showed it a couple times, but I'll show it again. It's extremely satisfying. So you're gonna get a big thing of ZEP Industrial, the purple stuff, and you're literally just gonna toss it in there. It depends on the light, the car, everything for how long it's gonna take. But the Genesis Coupe Eagle Eye ones usually take about 5 to 10 minutes. It's gonna turn that chrome into a shiny black. What that really is just the exposed plastic. So underneath the chrome is some sort of plastic, whether it's clear, gray, or black. In this case, we get lucky, it is black. So we rip the chrome off and install the piece back in there. Okay, so we got all those reflectors painted. While they're curing, we're just gonna go ahead and set that taillight aside. I have a few sets of lights in for warranty. I think 2 sets. Well, one is for warranty, one is a little bit of condensation, and they wanted to change up the colors. First one in is just straight up warranty. And sadly, this set never even got to be installed because I messed up. Yeah, that's not good. So we're gonna have to open it up and reinstall that. Well, when I installed this, for whatever reason, I did not do a very good job of putting this back on. So we're gonna fix that, get them sealed up, ship them back out. Okay, we got this back installed. What I did was a little bit of plastic welding. The plastic welding is how they do it from OEM. It's got little studs sticking up. They put it in there, the machine melts it, and it stays in place. Clearly, whenever I put it in, I didn't do it well enough. So just in case, I added some dots of adhesive after plastic welding. I have put the lens on, I have plastic welded it, but now I need to add some silicone so that it's completely watertight. Okay, we got that sealed up. It needs to cure though. And we're gonna start on this last box of warranty. Okay, so this set right here is our 2020 Sentra taillights. The customer said that there was some condensation in some of the lights, and they decided that they would like the inner part of the housing to be clear. All right, we are gonna get these lenses open, get them prepped for paint, and then paint this inner housing clear. The customer would like to leave the black on the outside. This is gonna look pretty interesting. Well, I ran out of time to do that. I had to go pick up the kids, but we are moving on to a whole different project. That's Wes. So we are working on a neon LED sign. He got it CNC'd by a local company, and we are trying to install some LEDs, but we found out really fast that these are not cuttable. So thankfully I had this little strip, which I don't know why I had this strip, but it ended up working out great because it fits in the trough perfect. What I ended up doing was putting it right in the trough, and you can see I did a little slit, and we are just gonna solder these together so that we can make it around the bend. First strip is completely laid out, but we still have to solder everything. I also wanted to show you how we were running the wires on the back. It's just a hole. We'll see if there's a way to hide it to make it not super obvious. This panel is actually clear, so we're definitely gonna have to see the wires somehow. Unfortunately, this is not working out. So we're on version 2 of the sign. And I thought these LEDs were gonna save the day, but unfortunately they aren't because the pads are so freaking small that I can't really solder to them properly. It's taken me like 2 or 3 hours to get like 3 of the cuts soldered to. Just this one, these, and that's it. And I still have here, 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 here. I basically have this whole thing to go. So tomorrow we're gonna try out version 3.